Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're out here with the ducks and the chickens and a goat and a mini horse. We're all out here together. It has again stopped raining for a few minutes, so we're going to just take the opportunity for me not to get soaked. And we are going to talk about ducks again. Today we are going, there's a sleeping duck. No, not actually asleep. I can see her looking at me. But we are going to talk today about whether you should get boys or girls. Now, we have primarily girls. We lucked out. I didn't go out and get a bunch of girls. We lucked out because we hatched them. So we hatched these girls, and only that one there with the curl on his tail is a boy. Okay? Everyone else is a girl. See, everyone's got a flat tail, and this one, the one with the greener head here, he's got a curl on his tail. So he's a boy. Everyone else is a girl, including the brown duck. Everyone is a girl. Okay, only Donald is a boy with the curl on his tail. But wasn't the plan. We hatched a bunch of eggs, and we just ended up with only one boy. So, lucky us. Good for us. However, when you're deciding whether you want boys or girls, it can be something that you have to think about. Do you need boys or girls? So, let's start with, you can't determine the gender of a duck in the egg. It is not possible. There's no way to know whether you're going to hatch boys or girls, and there's also no way to know whether, any way to control which eggs hatch. Okay? Don't eat that bag. That bag is empty. So, every once in a while you have someone say, well, if you increase the temperature a little higher, you'll only hatch girls, and no. That doesn't really work. If it worked, hatcheries would be doing it. So, you can't control the gender of the egg. Okay, so if you are hatching your own eggs, you kind of got to take what you get, and then once you can check their gender, you can then at that point decide if you want to keep that many boys or whatever. So, if you are choosing boys and girls, I'm actually assuming you're not hatching your own eggs, because you can't control that. So, you can, however, purchase sexed ducklings or unsexed ducklings. Ducks are somewhat unique in the bird world in that you can actually tell at a very young age, very, very fast, if they're boys or girls by vent sexing. Now, you should not vent sex unless an expert has shown you how, because vent sexing can hurt the bird. But because ducks, unlike a lot of birds, have penises, the males have penises anyway, you can actually tell really fast by vent sexing, this is a boy, this is a girl, and the rate of error is far, far lower than it is for something like chickens. So you are going to be able to make sure you get only girl ducklings. If you order ducks from a hatchery, you can say, I just want girls. However, you can also buy unsexed ducklings. And a lot of people buy unsexed ducklings because they're cheaper. A little bit of a warning when you're buying unsexed ducklings from a hatchery. You're good. In theory, you should get 50-50, half boys, half girls, or roughly that. In practice, you're going to get quite a few boys. Okay, because there's always going to be more boys than girls in the unsexed bin, because so many of the girls are in the girl bin, right? So, yeah. If you're buying unsexed ducklings, be prepared for those ducklings to be boys a lot. If you want boys, that's good. You can get fairly inexpensive, get a bunch of boys. However, if you want girls, you really do need to buy sexed ducklings. It's also easy to tell if your ducks are boys or girls if they're adults. So some breeds, like Muscovies, have that bright red, the caruncles on their head. They're boys if they have more and bigger caruncles than the girls. You can tell the difference between a boy and a girl Muscovy by looking at them. Some breeds have different plumage patterns. Think runner ducks and mallards and things like that. Okay, they have different colors, and the horse is biting my arm. Also, you're drenched. Oh my God. You were standing in the rain. Oh my God. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. He likes the rain a lot. Unlike Arwen, who hates the rain, she's actually pretty dry right now. He really likes the rain. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's keep looking at these birds and keep talking about it. So Muscovies, you can tell ducks with different colors versus boy versus girl. You know, the bright green head is a boy, the brown ones are girls, like mallards or some colors of runners and things like that. You can tell boy from girl in adult ducks easily. Other breeds, like we have cayugas here. That's a cayuga mix, but these are mostly cayugas. You can tell because of that curl on the tail. Okay, so the third black one from the front there is Donald, and he's a boy because he's got the curl on his tail. See if I can catch it. Donald, hold still. So that's Donald right there, the guy in the middle of the screen. That's Donald. And he's a boy because he has that beautiful curl on his tail. Okay, so you can see Donald has a curl. That's Donald. That one in the back there, that's Donald. So, you can tell by the tail curl. Adult ducks are actually really easy to sex. Okay? So, no problem there. One little point when you're talking boy ducks and girl ducks. A boy duck, a male, is called a drake. Okay? Drake is for male. Females are technically just called ducks, but you're going to hear most of us call them hens. And the reason for that is people think duck is gender neutral. So if you say, I've got a cayuga duck for sale, people are going to ask, is it a boy or a girl? Is that a boy or a girl? And the answer is it's a girl because it said duck. So that's Donald in the back there, the curly tail. However, because when you say duck, people constantly ask, most of us turn around and just say hen. So the correct terminology is drake and duck, but you're going to hear most people say drake and hen, just for expediency. Okay, so just to know that. So now that we know how to tell the difference between a boy and a girl, and we know what boys and girls are called, what are the pros and cons to each? So the obvious pro to females is they lay eggs. Obviously. The females lay eggs, the males do not. At least your male shouldn't lay eggs. You got a weird male if he's laying eggs. Those eggs are fertile, but not fertilized unless you have a boy. So if you've got a drake, like Donald there, the eggs your ducks lay can be hatched and turned into ducklings. Okay, so you put them in your incubator, boom, ducklings. So if you want baby ducks, if you want ducklings, you're going to need females and a male. So you might want both. Okay? That's good. If you only want the eggs, so if all you want is the eggs for eating, or maybe you just want the eggs to sell, and you're going to sell them as eating eggs, not fertilized hatching eggs, then you're fine with only girls. You don't necessarily need a boy. Okay? The girls are really, really loud. So our females, which are all these ones, Donald is the one moving up there, but the females are very, very loud. Quack, 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 quack all day long. Whenever you hear the ducks going off with the big loud quacks, that's the girls. The boys, Donald, is very raspy, very quiet. So if noise matters and they're just pets, you might want to go with boys because the girls are very, very loud. So if noise matters, probably boys are the way to go. If you just want pets and noise doesn't matter if they're boys or girls. Okay? Both boy ducks and girl ducks make really friendly pets. Okay? They're social creatures. They like people. They're easy to have around. So it doesn't matter boy or girl if all you want is pets. Okay? If you want just pet ducks, either sex will do. If you have chickens, so we have chickens, obviously. We've had chickens longer than we've had ducks. We've only had ducks this year. But if you have chickens, you have to be kind of careful. If you house your chickens and your ducks together, which we obviously do, our chickens and our ducks free range together. They go in at night together. They do their duck thing with the chickens. Now, yes, the ducks tend to group. So the ducks kind of hang out in this group. And they stick to themselves a lot. But they are with the chickens all of the time, and a turkey. So they are all together all the time. So because we do that, we have to be a little bit careful. Because remember that I said earlier that ducks have a penis, male ducks? Well, hens, your chicken hens, I mean, not your lady ducks, but your lady chickens are not built to accept that because roosters, male chickens, don't have a penis. So therefore, if you put a male duck in with your female chickens, okay, you put a drake in with these beautiful hens, and he doesn't have any lady ducks, he could really seriously damage your chickens. So, we have one boy, this black guy in the front here. That is Donald. He is our boy. We have 5 females with him. That's Bark. That's a chicken rooster. But these are his females. He is 1 duck, 1 drake, to 5 ladies. Because we have him in with female chickens, we need to make sure he has enough female ducks to keep his attention on them and not to shift his attention to, say, Lucy there or Buffy there, because he could seriously injure them. Okay? It's a big deal. Once you've seen what happens to a female duck when she's been assaulted by a male duck, a female chicken assaulted by a male duck, once you've seen that happen, you won't ever do it again. You will not ever leave them alone like that again without enough females to satisfy. Thank you, Blue. So, if you are keeping your chickens and your ducks together, you either need to have no boys or he needs to have enough ladies to keep him satisfied. So, Donald, who's in the front there, Donald has 5 ladies. Because he has 5 ladies, we do not worry about him bothering our chickens. Okay? The chickens are totally safe from him. Hi, sweetheart. So because our chickens are totally safe from him, we don't have to worry too much about housing them together. And they free range all day and they don't really hang out together too much. Okay? The turkey does. Turkey thinks he's a duck. We just go with it. So it is really, really important that you take that into consideration. So if you're going to have them with your chickens, make sure you have enough females with your males or skip the males altogether. It is for the safety of your chickens that you have to limit the number of males, male ducks, in with your female chickens. Okay? So just be aware of that. It's not really a big deal. It's not a big deal. We house them together. They're fine. Okay? He confines his attentions to his ladies. But that's... she's scared of ducks. But that's just because he has enough ladies. So it's not a big deal. It's absolutely possible to keep them all together. No big deal. Just make sure you have enough girls to satisfy your boy. And Blue is talking. Blue's a very talkative turkey. We like Blue. Anyway, so whether you get boys or girls really depends on your situation and what you want out of your ducks. So think long and hard whether you need boys or girls. And if you do need strictly girls, you really should buy sexed ducklings or adults, because nobody can guarantee hatching eggs. Every once in a while, someone will give you a little tip or a secret to hatching only girls. They are making it up. Hi, buddy. You're a beautiful bird. Yeah. You're so lovely. Anyway, that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Make sure you know if you need males or females before you go out and buy your ducks. We'll see you tomorrow.